Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Yvonne, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you guys what I carry in my little travel makeup bag. And I don't always travel, especially out of the country, not always. I did go like on a one-day trip, and I did end up doing my makeup in the car, which is why I had to pack my little travel makeup bag. And if you see the pillows moving, it's my dog trying to get comfortable. He's moving all the pillows. But anyways, so this little bag that I have right here, I've had it since like I want to say my sophomore year in high school, and then eventually I just kind of got a different one, like a bigger one, and then I ended up using this one as like a cable to put all my cables in there. And then I recently rediscovered it, and I was like, okay, you know, it's kind of cute-ish, so I started using it again, and it's actually really spacious if you like actually organize all your products in there. So this is what it looks like from the inside. It does have a little compartment on the back right here, and it's zipped up, and it does have like the bigger one down here. And every time I pack my makeup, I always start putting the products in here in the order that I do my makeup in. So I always start with sunscreen, so I always have to make sure I pack my sunscreen. And you guys already know that my favorite sunscreen is the Biosense Squalane and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen. This one is really good. It's plant-based, and it's also reef safe, so if you're one to go to the beaches a lot, this one is really good. So I always put that in there. And then after sunscreen, I always go in with either a primer, and I think I packed this little sample that seems to like never end, and this is the Skin Love Brightening and Blur primer. And one thing I noticed about this primer is that it's very cooling to the skin. When you apply it, it just feels really cool. So that's that. And then after primer, I go in with my tinted skin syrup if I do decide to use one. And for my little day trip, I used the RMS Beauty Uncover Up Concealer, and it is a concealer, but it also doubles as a very lightweight I don't want to say foundation, because I don't know, it could be like more like foundation, but I used a very small amount, and it just gives my skin a very lightweight and even finish, and it just feels really soft on the skin. It's really nice. So I use this one as my skin tint or foundation. And then I go in with some concealer, and I used the Wet n Wild concealer, and this is one that I picked up from I think Walgreens for like $3 or $4. This one isn't super expensive, and it's really good, and it's also vegan and cruelty-free. Absolutely love it, and it provides more like of a medium to full coverage depending on whether you want to build it up or not. So after sunscreen, I always go in with a powder, and since I didn't want to carry my big old like Honest Beauty powder, I did pack this little Ilia finishing powder that I've had, and this is more like of a very small, like super small travel size. And this powder is also really good, and it's talc free. Does have a lot of like that little powder just flies everywhere, but this one's really good, and it's like I love the size because it's perfect, so you can just take it with you, and it doesn't take up a lot of space in your makeup bag. And you can also just refill the container once you're done with it. And then after that, I always do my eyebrows, and I packed the little NYX micro brow pencil, and this one I've been using it for like maybe a week, no, maybe like 2 weeks actually, and I really like it. Before I wasn't a big fan of pencils because I usually run out of them really quick, but this one, just the smallest amount, like I'm able to blend it out, and it's perfect. And I do like how small, I don't know if you can see it, it's like focusing on my face, how small the tip is. And it is like a double-sided, so it has a pencil on one and like the little spoolie on the end on the other, and it's like perfect because it's like 2-in-1, and I don't have to carry my little pomade or a separate brush or like a concealer brush afterwards, so that's less space that's in my makeup bag. And then after that, I have my bronzer. I did pack my Ilia bronzer. This one is really good. As you all know, you probably are tired of me talking about it, but this is the bronzer. Absolutely love it. I also packed my color correcting little palette. I forgot to mention, I did use this one. I love using the two like skin tone colors just to mix them together to like hide my dark circles a little bit better. So after bronzer, and I also packed my blush, and this is a cream one, and this is from Habit Cosmetics in the shade Velvet Underground. And usually when I'm packing products, I try to think about like how many ways can I use them. So this one I could use it as a blush, and I can also use it as a lipstick, but I didn't use it as lipstick because I was wearing a mask. So this is the one that I used as my blush, very pigmented, it's a beautiful shade. And then I also packed this highlight, and this one is the RMS Beauty Face and Body Highlight Body Powder, and this one I used it as my highlight, my inner corner highlight, and then also my bronzer. I ended up using it as like my eyeshadow, and then this has the inner corner. So I like to have products that can be used that are kind of like multi-purpose besides just one thing. And I did pack this little eyeshadow sample, which I also used to create kind of like a very easy eye look. So that's that I used. And then I did pack my little facial water in case I needed to wet my beauty blender, my beauty sponge. And so this one's a really good to use because it's a little spray, so you don't have to like worry about making a mess or anything. You just spritz it onto your beauty sponge and it works perfectly. I did pack my Juno & Co sponge, and yes, I know it's dirty, it does need to be washed. But this one is really good. It is a microfiber kind of sponge, so it doesn't absorb a lot of product, and it just kind of sits there, so you're able to blend it out more and you use a lot less product. And I also packed my mascara. This is the Ilia one. Absolutely love that mascara, super good. I did pack an eyeliner just in case I decided to do an eyeliner, and this is the Skinny Eye Marker. This one is super easy to use. You don't have to like worry about having like the liquid eyeliner. This one's like all together and you just go to town with that. Did pack my, what is this? My tweezers. Always carry those with me. And I did pack an eyeliner just in case. Now this is more of a pencil eyeliner in case I want to smudge it out versus the Skinny Eye Marker. That one just kind of sets in place. And this one's perfect for like winged liners. This one's perfect for like smudged liners. And this is a NARS eyeliner. And I packed an eyelash curler and also a chapstick because I always need to have chapstick with me. And then so for brushes, these are the brushes that I took with me. Right here, I took my powder brush, my bronzing brush, my over the crease brush, and it's just like a big fluffy eyeshadow brush, my foundation brush, which is what I use to blend out the foundation, and then the one for my inner corner, a concealer brush just in case I needed to like fix my brows, and then my highlight brush, and then my blush. It's just a staple brush that I use, and then my eyeshadow brush, and then just this brush in case I decided to smudge out my eyeliner. This is the brush that I use. This one has been with me for years and years. It's a double-sided smudging brush and an eyeliner brush at the bottom. But those were all the things. Actually, oh, and then I also forgot to mention this. This is the NYX brow glue. I didn't use it. I just used it just in case. I took it just in case I might have, decided to use it, but I didn't use it. That was it. Everything in my little makeup bag that I use, as you can see, it fits a lot of things. And the way I packed it, I took the flat things in there first, which were these two flat compacts, and I put it on the bottom just like that. And then I went in with my sunscreen, and then the water spray, and I also just started putting the brushes in there just like that. And I think I also had, I think I could fit that one in there. And the little flat eyeshadow, I just put it, like tucked it into one of the sides since it doesn't really take up a lot of space. And then I just put the brushes in there diagonally. And all these brushes are, most of them are from Morphe in case you're wondering. And then my brush, my sponge, and then I did put my tweezers in this little compartment. My concealer, actually my concealer I put right there, and then I had my mascara in there. This highlight went in the big compartment. The eyeliners went in here. The NYX brow glue, my chapstick went in there. This little primer just went in there. These went in there, and this one I think went in there. And then my eyelash curler. And yeah, that's how I organize my makeup. I try to think about like I try to organize it so that I can fit products that I'm actually going to use, and then also those products if I can use them more than one way. Like the bronzer I can use it as eyeshadow, the blush could be used as lipstick. But yeah, and this is what I took with me. It was, like I said, a 1-day trip, so I did my makeup in the car, and this was more than enough. You know, I had a mirror in there, which was in the Ilia bronzer compact. But yeah, this is what I did. It's super easy to take. Obviously doesn't carry a lot of products. If you're one that uses a ton of products, this might not be the bag for you, but it works for me and it gets the job done. And yeah, so I hope this kind of inspires you. Maybe you can see like what products you should take or what products you need and you don't need. So just keep in mind like products that you can use more than one way. Pack those. Products that you really don't use as often, probably shouldn't take those. If you don't use brushes, then obviously you'll have a lot more space if you just use your hands or if you just use one brush or one sponge. But I use multiple brushes as you saw. But yeah, so that was everything for today's video. And if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Also, please don't forget to subscribe. I would love for you to join my little YouTube familia, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.